Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
Critics are saying that Black Adam is garbage, but
Lie detector determined that was a lie.
I find it baffling how critics say Captain Marvel is an amazing superhero film and that Black Adam is a terrible film. Man, somebody get these people out of here because they are crazy. By the way, folks, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to reach my goal of 500 subs by the end of this year. It would mean the world to me, seriously. No, seriously, it would. So please like and subscribe. Captain Marvel, in my opinion, is one of the worst MCU films to date, so I just can't comprehend it. The madness. Now, hold on just a second. Let me make this very clear that the movie Black Adam isn't the best movie ever, but it was a fun time in that comic book sense, if that makes any sense. You saw what I did there? Okay, let's get into it. So the story goes, in ancient Kondak, Teth Adams was bestowed the almighty powers of the gods. After using these powers for vengeance, he was imprisoned, becoming Black Adam. Nearly 5,000 years have passed. The Black Adam has gone from man to myth to legend. Now free, his unique form of justice born out of rage is challenged by modern day heroes who form the Justice Society: Hawkman, Dr. Fate, Atom Smasher, and Cyclone. Off the rip, I will say the highlights for me in this film are the action sequences and the characters, particularly Black Adam, Dr. Fate, and Hawkman. So yes, you do have some nice action scenes here that are fun to watch. The story is simple, nothing's complicated. I was a little bit worried at first about the kid, but he didn't bother me not one bit, and I understand he's there for the story and also for other little kids who watch this movie. I know everyone says The Rock is always just being The Rock, but I have to say, I do like what he does here. He plays Black Adam very stern, who doesn't see himself as a bad guy nor a good guy, but more so just someone who does what he wants, and you can't tell him otherwise or you'll die, which I quite like. Yes, it is weird how Black Adam is the only one from his country who has an American accent, but that's Dwayne Johnson for you guys. And I do have to mention that the dude does carry the film. I enjoy the many fatalities that he does, and I thought it was cool just seeing The Rock be like this super being god who just kills anyone who stands in his way without feeling bad about anything. His physique helps add to his character, and I like how his footsteps were loud and had presence to them. It's the little things I like. I even liked how he would slowly hover down the corridor or even slowly glide and hover amongst the people below like they are ants to him. It really made it feel like he was some sort of god who thinks of himself above everyone else. Like the guy refuses to walk. I like the underlining family story to it as well, with the character Black Adam and the relationship with the young boy that he has, but the film fails to really nail it in these areas. You can tell they simply put them there to just simply serve this purpose, but doesn't go anywhere than that. If anything, it did remind me of the relationship between Terminator and John Connor in Terminator 2. It's cool to see the Justice Society. I thought they were a nice addition to the movie, although they did remind me of the X-Men with the whole mansion estate and the jet plane. I gotta say, everyone in the Justice Society did a decent job given the short amount of time they had. I, for one, would like to see more of them, and cred to the movie, as it is difficult to juggle between multiple characters who we haven't met or seen yet in a film. Pierce Brosnan, who plays Dr. Fate, was my favorite. He was the only character I thought who really had any sense about what was going on. I wanted to see more of him. You know, I would watch a solo Dr. Fate movie with Pierce Brosnan. Maybe others might not agree with me and feel the same way, but that's just me. Hawkman did great as well, as he provided a lot of that conflict posing against Black Adam. As you know, Black Adam is all about killing. Hawkman is against killing and saving lives, which is weird because in the comics, Hawkman is a bit of a savage himself. The back and forth feud between Black Adam and Hawkman, some might find it repetitive, but you know, I found it pretty funny. I want to mention that Dr. Fate and Hawkman have good chemistry here. They definitely show that they're good friends who have history, which you can tell from just simply watching them, and it was just cool seeing them together. Now, there are tons of action. I, for one, do not like tons of action that is just mindless and pointless. Black Adam doesn't necessarily do that here. Like I said, it has tons of action, but they all serve a purpose in pushing the story along, which I like. I do want to say that the movie tends to bring up interesting concepts, and then that's it. It never really touches back on them or goes anywhere with it. One example would be for me is when Isis is speaking with Hawkman and she complains to him how Interpol has invaded their country and there was no one there to come and save her people, not even the Justice Society. But now, since they finally have a savior, which is Black Adam, of course, Hawkman and the rest of the Justice Society now want to get involved and take Black Adam away from them. I thought she made a really good point there, and I was really looking forward to how the story was going to tackle that, but it doesn't. The movie is jam-packed, trying to do a lot. Now, it does work fast towards its plot, which I kind of like, as I didn't think it was going to work that way. And yeah, the movie is a bit messy. So many might already know, but I gotta mention it, is the third act. Once the second act is done, some of you may be like, okay, movie's done, I'm ready to go. But being what this is, the movie needs to throw that baddie at you so everyone could come together to stop him. You know how this stuff works with these superhero films. I, for one, wasn't all that upset with the third act, only because the movie actually tells you in the beginning and pretty much throughout the film that it's coming. So I wasn't shocked like, wait, what is this? No. I knew it was going down. So it is what it is. If you're going into this looking for something deep, then look elsewhere, because I really don't know what you're doing here, because the trailer says it all. If you saw the trailer and liked it, then you are going to be liking this movie. Comic fans will appreciate this film. I admit this turned out a lot better than I expected, but the film does have its faults here and there. However, it makes up for it with its entertaining moments. Just don't go into this looking for something deep. With that said, let me make it clear that this is something simple but yet also enjoyable within that comic book realm. If you haven't seen the movie, just make sure you stick around during the credits for a surprise that you may or may not know about. Everyone in my AMC theater went nuts. And using Roger Ebert's 4-star rating system here, I would give this film 2.5 stars out of 4. Was this a perfect movie? No. This is just a straight up comic book action movie with a straightforward plot that works for the most part. That's it. I'm just saying.